That man said he went up on the Twitters and he saw them the white farmers, saying that, oh, well, we thought the black folk were going to come back and do the job. He said that they said the blacks. But he said they were convinced that when they started deporting these non-black people of color, right, that we were going to be taking their places back in the fields. Essentially, they thought they were getting their slaves back, right? They thought slavery was going to come back full force. We were going to be like, oh, okay, let's get on back to them fields. Because they don't think black people have jobs. But it makes sense because remember when Trump said they're taking your black jobs? Y'all remember that? Yeah, what do y'all think he meant by that? He meant the people that are in the fields now, right? Which are the Hispanic community, the Latinos. He meant that they were taking our black jobs. See, because he thinks that black people's job is to be up in the field. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what he thinks. So it all makes sense now. They really thought, these farm owners really thought that black folk, they were going to deport the Hispanics, the Latino community, and that black people were going to go back to the field working for nothing. And they tell us to stop living in the past. Bro.
If there are any Midwestern white farmers on this app, I need y'all to confirm this shit. Did y'all really think black folks was going to work in those fields after y'all got rid of all the immigrants? Y'all thought that we was going to be working for y'all? Y'all on Twitter throwing it up, talking about Trump that took all the immigrants. We thought the black folks was going to come work for us. I think the fuck not. I'm sorry, my ancestors didn't fight this fucking hard for me to get back in the sun, bitch. You got me fucked up. You better get all your little kids and get their asses some little sun hats and some visors and some sun cream and some suntan lotion and have them picking that goddamn vegetable. Y'all really wanted some indentured service, didn't y'all? That was not on my bingo card. Y'all really thought that shit? Y'all better go ask your daddy Trump to go get y'all people back. I said this shit during the election.
So now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped onto Twitter's. And I got an alt Twitter where I pretend to be a MAGA guy. And I saw a live. And I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes, these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, are saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but black people have jobs, and you thought you were getting your slaves back is basically what you were saying. That's what you thought. It's still going right now, and I'm not going to post a link to it because I don't want to give these people a voice. But they think they're in a safe space on Twitter. They're not.
It's really funny that in 2025, somebody still believes that they can get black people back in the field. Like in 2025, somebody still believes that they can get black folks back to the field. Okay, I guess you get that. Imagine sitting down to think that if you vote against the immigrants that work in your farm, which you pay money to, that you might get other people back to the field to work on their behalf. In 2025, this is another century, guys. Wake up. Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. When you saw this video, so I've gathered some of these videos for you guys. Let's go see what these creators have to say. Then we'll come back with the commentary. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. Let's have that conversation in the comment about today's video and all that they are saying about, these farmers, these palm-colored farmers thinking that, people of color will go back to the field to work for them if those immigrants are sent away. Okay, let me know what your thoughts are. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. And credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch, then I'll come back with a commentary.
Break it to you, but black people have jobs.
Go watch this whole video because he's saying that he infiltrated a group on Twitter. He got an alternate Twitter, and he's explaining how some people, white people, think that we're going to go back to these jobs because we don't have jobs. And he's saying like, he's thinking like, yeah, they do have jobs. And our jobs is 100% minding our black ass business. What the fuck? That y'all, they thought that they took DEI and make us feel like that we need a job and we're gonna do anything to have a job. We will create a job before we go back into them fields, especially if it's a choice. And even when it wasn't a choice, there was a lot of folks fighting to get out of those fields. So the history that was given to us made it seem like every time somebody tried to step foot off the plantation, they had snapped off or they whipped them. The ones that they caught, there was more people that ran away than it was that did that they tell us about. They don't want it to be. They didn't want us to understand or believe that freedom was a choice, and there was a great cause for it. And we see it so far, so much so in the religion that was put down our throats, that about slavery and how God allows and all that kind of stuff. So we even in our mind have enslaved ourselves. We could have been a lot farther. The only reason why they allowed unofficial people destroy our cities, you know what I'm talking about, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, just like they're allowing these masked men to go and snatch up undocumented people that we don't know who they are, that keep their face covered. That's because I believe those are some of the 1,500 that he allowed to get out. Because where are they? I think he gave them guns and masks because they haven't shot anybody. And if they shoot somebody, then it's going to be a thing. So they can't actually absolutely shoot anybody because they know it will fuck it up for everybody. So no one shot anybody yet. But they're taking them and they rounding them up. That's because the government have, to me, in my opinion, have employed them. And the people that's that ignorant to believe that black folks are going to go back into the field, they got to be out of their motherfucking stupid ass mind. That just goes to show you how much education that they have, they portray that they have, but how much they lack. They actually lack a lot of common sense. They really believe that we're going to be like, you know what? We're going to go back in the field. Hold your breath. Hold your breath, bitches. Hold your breath.
So y'all remember when it was said that we taking all the black jobs? They really thought that we was going to be looking for black jobs, y'all. And I woke up this morning, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw this guy made a video, and I saved it to my favorite, so you can go look for it. And he said he was pretending to be MAGA on one of those other apps. He said they were doing a live, and the farmers were saying that they thought that the black people would be looking for jobs to work on their farms. Now, you got to be kidding me. Do they think we really looking for farm work? Do they not know that we are educated and we got degrees? And being a farm worker ain't even in the jobs categories that we be looking for. They really don't know how educated some of us are. They don't know how many degrees a lot of us have. They got to be really lost if they think that we want to come and work on their farms. They don't know that our parents and our grandparents growing up wouldn't even let us be outside if it wasn't no shade outside. Do they really think that we gonna work on a farm where ain't no shade trees at? I hate to disappoint y'all, baby, but you're going to have to get somebody else to do it, because we ain't working on nobody's farm. Never. The only way you're gonna see black people working on a farm is if they own the farm, because we not working on nobody's farm as no workers. So I hate to disappoint y'all. If y'all thought those was black jobs that black people looking for, honey, you better think again, because black folks that I know got good jobs. We've had a black president, we had a black vice president, we got black senators, we got black congressmen, we got black CEOs, we got black doctors, we got black nurses, we got black psychiatrists, we got a lot of good black jobs. Now, I don't know what y'all thought we was gonna be farm workers for. We don't even want to work in the fast food industry. Those jobs, we don't want those kind of jobs. So, I hate to disappoint you MAGA people, but we don't do farm work. So get somebody else to do it. I'll like, share, comment, and repost. Drop in the comments y'all education and y'all good black jobs, because they don't think we got good black jobs out here. So we need to let them see it.
Them farmers really thought we was going back to them fields. They really thought we was going back to them fields. You know what? My mother was the first generation on her mother's side not to be brought up on a plantation. Not to be brought up on a plantation. That's what I said. My grandfather had a third grade education, but he left my mama 2 houses, property in the bank, property and money in the bank, with a third grade education. And guess what? He worked in fields. My great grandmother worked in fields and cut that cane just like a man. You hear me? And if you think that Eddie Lewis and Victoria C. Jones and all the rest of my ancestors bust their tail in them fields for us to go back to the fields, absolutely not. That's not progress.
We're trying to heal from ancestral trauma. We're trying to heal from that. That ain't happening. That produce could rot in them fields before we go back to them fields. They need to let them know that.
So when these people were busy voting against the immigrants that work in their farms, so they had ulterior motive. They had motive that black folks were going to go back to farming or going back to field. Like, how can they be thinking in that direction? Thinking that these people are ready to go stand or go to the field anytime soon. You guys, you cannot be joking with yourself. You voted against the immigrants who are interested in working in your farm. These guys go to the farm daily, take the job as theirs, and they are so eager to work because they have to send money home, right? Some of them were looking for ways to legalize their stay in the country. But what did you do? You decided to vote for somebody who promised mass deportation, forgetting that your workforce is made up of a lot of undocumented immigrants. And now you guys are now finding yourself in a space and talking about how you were thinking that black folks will take up the job because they do not have job. Like, who told you they don't have a job? So somebody said in my comment section that I should search on Google if black folks actually have how much do they contribute to the American. I've forgotten how the person said it, but I'm just trying to rephrase how they spend their money or how much they spend, how they contribute money in the economy, right? And I'm like, just take a look at what is happening in some of these big corporations that Black Americans have decided to, boycott over the past few months. Some of them are already seeking for ways to bring them back. Some of them have gone to, seek advice and knowledge from people they feel that can speak to the black community and they listen. And yet they're saying we still not going back to those places to shop. One, they removed their DEI programs and they decided like, you don't want us here, you removed your DEI and you don't want us here. So they decided to leave those, boycott all of those big corporations and start shopping from, smaller shops, mom shops down the road and all that. Go ask those big corporations how they are feeling it. Because if they're not feeling it, I don't think any of them will want to look for a way to get them into the store. Have you seen their adverts lately? How they've been trying to use people of color to make, adverts to see how they can bring them back into shopping. Just recently, MAGA folks said they were boycotting Walmart. I don't think that crossed their truths after saying it because definitely they don't have other places to shop. They will go back to Walmart. It's cheaper and, spending money is a black thing. They love to spend their black dollar, right? Because they work for it. And if you check it so well, you will understand how much you need these folks around. Okay, instead of asking those questions. So somehow they contribute and they spend a lot in the community. Aside that, they are also professionals, so they have jobs, okay, and not farm jobs, right? So how can anybody think in 2025 that somebody who is able-bodied and, who is like me will want to take up a job in a field, right? I'm not saying that those jobs are bad, nobody will take it, but these people have a history of how fields, working in a field they have a history of working in a field, and I don't think any one of them will want to go down that lane ever, right? A lot of them, except they own those fields and they have to work on them themselves. But as for you hiring them and them coming there to work, I don't think any of them want to do that. They better remain in their healthcare, all these professional settings or factory work and all of those things instead of working in those fields. Well, I'd love to hear from you guys, right? Enough of me talking. I'd like to hear your thoughts about today's video. So share your thoughts with me in the comments, and please do subscribe if you have not already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. And I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you next time. Bye, guys.